questions to ask throughout a campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on even deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Good evening, good evening. Premier League football is back. I don't know what to make of it at the moment. I must admit, I'm happy. We've got some good news coming through. We have got some good news coming through. But it's just not the best team to be playing after an international break. JC, how's it going?
You know what? I'm happy that football's back, man, because I couldn't care less about England or international football. I really couldn't. I know that Mark played a little bit. I know that John Stone got a man of the match performance, but didn't get a man of the match trophy, which I'm fuming about, even though I didn't watch the game, so don't watch that. But you know, I can't get invested in England. I'll get invested in watching Palace players playing for England, but I couldn't care less otherwise, really. But I'm happy Palace is back now, and I'm gearing up for my journey.
I was like, yeah, you're making your way up to St James's Park. I was going to say Sellers Park there. Up to St James's Park.
That's just a walk, not a trek.
Nicky, how's it going?
Going good, mate. Going good. As JC said, yeah, international football is a nothing to me. Thankfully, I've had the Rugby World Cup on, so I've been focusing on that. And then Ireland got beat, so now I've got nothing left. I'm on Ian Bill's settings, mate. I've got nothing left. So thank God, Palace are back. Premier League's back. Yeah, not the team. Definitely not the team that I don't want to be playing, man. I don't want to be playing Newcastle. Oh God, it's gonna be yeah. Ah well.
It is what it is. And on that note, it's an absolute honour to have Mrs. Overlap herself representing Newcastle. Girls, please don't fight. Kendall Rowan.
I'm just telling mine in the background. She's playing, and I'm like, you have to be quiet.
No. She doesn't actually have to. Please. Honestly, my girls they're always loud, so let her be herself. It's fine. Kendall, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. Thank you. Just patiently waiting on to see if I got a Dortmund away ticket at the minute, so I will not sleep tonight. Because I had to enter a ballot, because that's how these things work. I'm not used to all of this, to be honest. But yeah, that's how these things work. So I'll be waiting till see tomorrow if I get one. But other than that, I'm good, thank you. It's nice to be back and nice to see everyone.
Yeah, no, we wish you all the best with that. Dortmund Stadium's incredible, by the way.
It is.
I honestly, if I said if it was the one of the aways that I could go to, that was the one that I wanted to do. I couldn't go to Milan because Milan was too much of a quick turnaround. Like when the tickets were announced, after the draw, it was like 2 weeks. So I just wanted to do Dortmund. So yeah, if I get a Dortmund ticket, I'll be happy. But I think honestly at this point, I think I'll just go even if I don't have a ticket. I think I'll just go anyway. So yeah, it'll be good.
No, awesome. Right, we know obviously you've got another stream coming up, so we're going to go straight into it. Talk us through, and it's not Kendall's, it's my fault. I sent a message, didn't put a time. Typical.
I even said yes as well, Rich. I was just riding. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll do it. I didn't even know what time or anything. I was just like, yeah, it's fine. I'll do it.
Brick of the week next week, Nicky. Me.
Done.
Cheers. Talk us through your season, because it was a difficult start points wise, but I guess the games you had were very difficult. Did you feel like, oh my gosh, have we kind of peaked too soon, or was you always confident that you'll turn it around?
I did worry a little bit. No, I wouldn't even say that I worried. It was because the Man City game specifically, obviously we only lost 1-0 away, and I thought that was all right to me. I know probably people call that tin pot and stuff, whatever, but it's all right to me losing 1-0 away to Man City. That's fine. And then the Liverpool game was obviously exceptionally annoying. Like that was just pathetic, to be honest, from us. That will, one of those results that always sticks in your memory. Like that will be one for me, because I just think it should have just at least have been a point. It should have been 3, but we came away with none. So that was just really annoying. And then the Brighton game, obviously we got battered. We just got absolutely battered off Brighton, and they've been such a good side as well. Like for the last obviously season and a half, they've been brilliant. So I wasn't worried too much. When we went into the Sheffield game, I was at Brentford, Sheffield, Burnley. I was like, look, we need to win these 3 games. And obviously, very nicely, we went into Sheffield United and won 8-0 away. So I was like, you know what? Actually, I just think we maybe just needed that bad result out of the way, because it was against teams that, you know, I wasn't expecting necessarily to beat anyway. I thought they would be tough games. And now we've had a decent run, and we seem to be back on form again. We beat Man City in the Cup. Obviously, I know both of our teams weren't first teams, but we still beat them. And then had that literally best game of my life against PSG at home. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, but I think we're back on form now, and luckily we seem, or I hope, going by Eddie's press conferences and time schedules and stuff like that, we should have everybody fit this weekend. So that'll be good for us.
Oh no.
To be fair, we haven't had everyone fit for the season, like since the beginning of the season, because we lost like Willock obviously hasn't been fit all season. I think Joe Linton only played 2 games, and then came back and then was injured in 3 minutes. Like we just haven't had Wilson and Isak available at all the time at the same time. Botman has been massive miss for us, like really, really massive. So yeah, hopefully we have everybody back and fit this weekend.
Trust it to be against Palace, eh? Who have their own injury crisis themselves. I just wanted to briefly ask you quickly. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Jason Tindall?
Jason Tindall, yes.
As a Newcastle fan, like, what do you make of all like the memes and like his actual role within the club? Because he takes a lot of the spotlight.
I just think it's hilarious. Like, I just think it's proper funny, because that's just how he is. Like Eddie said, they've been long-term partners, obviously in the game, since Bournemouth. So for like 10 plus years now, they've worked alongside each other, to the point that when Eddie left Bournemouth, he actually said to Jason Tindall to take over as the manager at Bournemouth. So they're really close. And Eddie said he can't do the job he does without Jason, because Jason does all the dirty work. So he does he'll speak to the 4th officials, he'll speak to the players and give them instructions, and Eddie can just focus on the tactics and focus on the football, which they like. They're very complete polar opposites of people. Jason Tindall's outgoing, he's outspoken, he's very bubbly, whereas Eddie Howe's more reserved, and he's very just kind of classy in the way that he conducts himself and things like that. So yeah, I thought the memes were hilarious. There was a whole account and it had 40,000 followers on about when he was trying to shake all the managers' hands before Eddie Howe. I just thought it was just hilarious. Yeah, so he said he's enjoying his newfound fame really now.
Fair enough.
And they brought in the rule anyway. It's the Jason Tindall rule now, where you're not allowed to 2 people in the technical area alongside each other. So yeah, he must have rattled a few cages. I don't know.
Probably did. It did look hilarious from the outside looking in.
You never know. It could be the Ray Lewington rules as well, because he does Roy's
He does it as well. Yeah. 100%. JC, I know obviously you've expressed your thoughts in Tech Eagle last night. Nicky, how are you feeling about this game?
It's gonna yeah. We don't have the best record at St James's Park. Obviously, last season that was controversial with the manner in which Palace played. Yeah, the stats don't lie. Fortunately, Dan was able to send me a few stats, so he's here in spirit. Palace and Newcastle, who have played against each other 24 times. Of which we've only won at St James's Park 3 times. Newcastle have won 6 times, and we've drawn 8 times out of those 24.
Yeah, I'll take a draw.
So will I. I will take a draw any day.
I believe our last 3 games are all 0-0 draws as well.
Probably
taking a 0-0 draw though. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I mean Newcastle, who have just been in free scoring mode, they've barely conceded. In their last 5 games, they've only conceded 5 goals. That's crazy, considering that we've got Super Sam Johnston, who he rarely concedes as well. This could be a case of one cancels out the other, but their free scoring ability with Isak is ridiculous. He's been ridiculous since youth. Since he was at Dortmund, he left. Then now he's at Newcastle, and he's just getting all the service number 9 needs. They are the breath of fresh air I've been wanting in the Premier League for so long. It's just a shame that we got to face them now when we've got an injury crisis. It's not looking good.
It really isn't. There is a glimmer of hope though. JC, obviously, news on França should be available, and both Lerma and Decore too.
Yeah, so the potential players back for this game are Lerma, Ahamada, França, Ward, Decore, Schlupp, and Gyro are all predicted to be back. Bear in mind, we did have 11 players out injured before this game. I think that goes down to 6, but it's still a lot of injuries for the fact of Michael Elise, Henderson, Eze are still out, who are probably some of our more important players, but still actually having a squad now. Even though it's not our first team, it's still a lot better than we were a few
against Forest,
but does having the likes of Schlupp back now stand in the way of Ratsaki again? Will we not see Ratsaki again until we have another injury crisis, or maybe in the FA Cup? Like, we just don't know when we're going to see him again, because I thought he played really well against Forest, and I don't think that he really deserves to be dropped, if I'm honest. But Roy will drop him, and you know he will.
Yeah,
he will do. All right, Kendall, we're gonna have a bit of fun now.
Okay.
We're gonna do a combined 11.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna leave JC to explain the rules.
So the rules are very simple. We're going to go through this twice. First time is for players that are fit for this game and that are able to play. The one caveat is that you have to have at least 3 players from each team. So you can't pick a full Newcastle team. You have to have at least 3 Palace players in there. And then the second time we'll go through is if injuries aren't even a question, everyone's fit.
Okay.
So we'll go through it the first time. So which formation would you like?
Well, we do 4-3-3. I'm not sure about you guys, but we've just 4-3-3 since Eddie Howe came in. I don't even think we've ever not played 4-3-3, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, let's go goalkeeper then.
All right, sorry. To be honest, I would obviously always go for Nick Pope, but I don't think he's the greatest goalkeeper in the world. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't. I think he's a fantastic shot stopper. Distribution-wise, he's absolutely, literally at this point, every game, it's can you keep a goal kick and play challenge for Nick Pope at this point.
So you say we've got a chance?
Honestly, he cannot. For some reason, his goal kicks are like, I would be better at goal kicks, like genuinely. And I've never played a minute of competitive football my entire life, so I would be better at goal kicks than that. But he is a great shot stopper, and obviously he's been instrumental for us. The last 2 years, he's just been against PSG. He was literally so good. Like, it was probably one of the best performances I've ever seen from him. But obviously I haven't watched Sam Johnson that much. Like, I think I've only watched you guys play once this season. So that would be up to you, I guess. That would literally be whatever you thought on that.
He is the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets in the league.
Obviously, there is some Palace. Obviously, there is some Palace bias here, but I would hazard a guess and say that Pope isn't having as good of a season as he did last season. I think his shot stopping from range has been pretty dreadful. Like, that Ferguson goal should have never went in the net.
Yeah.
No way.
You can put Johnston in there, and I'm completely fine with that.
We got a goalkeeper.
You have to get 3 players in.
The second Gaita's not here. We got a goalkeeper in. That's crazy.
There's one.
Left back.
Dan Burn. Who plays left back for you guys?
Tyreek
Harry
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Burn. Put Dan Burn in there.
Right back.
Trippier. He's been the best right back in the league this season by a mile.
We were going to give you the right back anyway.
Yeah.
We don't have a. I don't think we have a
Who's
fit
yours?
right back.
Nathaniel Clyde. Does he still play right back? For you?
He's not even our starting right back anymore.
Who's the
Joel
starting
Ward.
right back now?
Joe Ward.
Oh, Joel Ward. Yes.
Centre backs.
Centre
Both
back,
of them.
I'll give you Anderson as a centre back 100%. And it'll have to be Shah, even though I prefer Botman to Shah, but Botman hasn't been fit for the last 3 games, so I don't even know if he's going to play. So it'll have to be Shah.
All right. Who is the defensive midfielder in this team?
Bruno. I think just Bruno's just he's just unbelievable. Honestly, any combined 11, I'll be like Bruno every single time. I don't even care. Only probably Rodri would go or Rice would go in there for me for Bruno. But I always think it's weird because obviously we signed Tonali to kind of be that 6, but then Bruno plays. It's just very strange. I don't know what's going on there. Especially, I don't even know if Tonali will play this weekend anyway, because that's a bit of a dodgy situation, isn't it?
He'll probably play,
not heard
score
anything.
against us, and then get banned. That's the Palace way.
Yes, well, actually, they are saying it's probably going to be announced he's banned next week, so he is available this weekend.
Well, we've got the 6. Who's the 2 8s?
In terms of who's going to be fit, we've been playing Longstaff and Elliot Anderson. That's been our midfield 3 because Joe Linton's not being fit. Obviously, Joe Willock's not fit. Tonali, I don't know if he's going to play this weekend. So obviously, this is who's going to be available for this weekend. So I'm not sure if he's going to play. So do you know what? I honestly think Sean Longstaff's been so underrated this season. I think he was underrated last season, to be fair. But I'm trying to think of who you guys play there. Schlupp's obviously plays there, doesn't he?
He ain't coming in this team. From our resident Ghanaian up there, he ain't going in this team.
Nope.
Who else plays centre mid for you?
Brian Lowe.
They're all injured.
The thing is we
Everyone
don't actually play centre mids. We've either got attacking mids or defensive mids. There's no in
Right.
between.
Okay.
I guess the only one that we can say 100% is Will Hughes.
I think. Do you know what? I think if Tonali's fit, he'll play. Well, he's fit, but if Joe Linton's not fit, I think Tonali will play. He's not injured, obviously. He's just
a naughty boy.
he's in trouble. So if he was fit, I'll put Tonali in there. But if
he is fit, and you
he
said
is fit. Would you have Tonali over Will Hughes? I think I would have Tonali over Will Hughes.
I think that's a stupid question.
Yeah, he is available.
All I'm going to say, guys, is how have we bust case to get one of our players up front, and we got no forwards?
Yeah, 1 second.
Um,
Who can you have in there? Who's been your best forward?
Are you?
Do you think he's going to play as well? Because I'm sure he played he played for Ghana 2 days ago, didn't he?
Yeah,
He'll play. We haven't got anyone else fit.
Well, Anthony Gordon has to go in there. Isaac has to go in there.
Or we could chuck in Eddie.
And then whoever you guys want to put in there for yourselves.
Yeah, but if we're playing in this,
Oh, Isaac up top in it. Yeah.
the only guy that we've got to play
I
right
suppose,
wing.
but you could put Gordon on the right, Isaac on the left, because they both do play there. Then you could put whoever you wanted as a striker.
Is Edward fit?
Yeah. 'Cause remember he came back against Forest.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
Then you could have 3 players in there.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted a midfielder in there,
Yeah.
but you said you've got a pure injury crisis going on.
I think an injury crisis is a bit of an understatement.
We went through one. I think every team goes through one at some point in the season, where there's just literally every key player's out.
Yeah, I don't think they're as bad as the one that we had, though. Bear in mind, we had what? We've got less players than Chelsea, but we have more injuries than Chelsea. It's a bit mad. So this is our fit 11. Palace guys, are we gonna change this? Because
No. I'm not anyway.
I
No
can't.
complaints.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so sorry. It's actually shocking to me that I can actually have a combined 11 where I'm like, my players aren't even a question in there. Like every other time, apart from like last season, every other time anyone asked me to do a combined 11, I was like trying to push people in there. Like it didn't deserve to be in there at all.
Well, now that we're doing the second one where it's everyone fit, this might be a bit tricky.
So everyone's fit now.
Pretend if everyone's fit now, yeah.
Who would you change if everyone was fit there?
Longstaff for Eze.
Eze, yeah.
Oh yeah, Eze can go in there. Fine. I'm absolutely fine with Eze. I love Eze.
Gordon for Elise.
No,
I'll put Gordon on the left and Elise in at the right. That's what
I do
would
like
do.
Elise. Don't get me wrong, but I think
Really?
Gordon's been unbelievable this season. Like genuinely unbelievable.
I'll put Isaac up top. I'll put Gordon on the left.
On the left, and
And
you
then
can put
Elise
Elise
on the right.
Good little team there. I'm taking that team.
I wasn't just counting about this season. I'm just saying who's a better player.
I think Elise is the better player. But I think
Apart
that
from
that
just
Gordon's
one
getting his props because he's on a bigger stage now.
There's no Chet Decore in this, is there?
There's no
This
Chet
is
Decore.
mad.
You know what? Yeah, am I mad for saying that I put Decore in over Tonali?
I think you're mad.
Because I know because we know how good he is.
Scandal
Though, innit?
aside, let's do a combined 11 with no betting scandals.
And you know what's like? I'm still even just thinking about Anderson and Gay.
I would. Oh man, you know what? Yeah,
as
you
well. I
cannot.
would have Botman in there over Sharp. By the way, if everyone was fit, I forgot to change that.
Yeah, Botman's quality.
I think that you can't discount the fact that we've actually got one of the top 5 defenses in the whole of Europe right now. So I think it's hard to discount both Mark and Anderson.
I know, but you've got to have one of our defenders.
Yeah,
there.
Botman's cold though.
Botman's so good. He's like genuinely so good.
Botman's
It's actually
cold, but
annoying me,
is
right?
he-
It's genuinely annoying me because
he
everyone's like,
not?
"Oh, Saliba," and I'm just thinking like, everyone's just literally forgetting about Botman's actually mine. So like, genuinely, I hate that conversation because I'm like, I'll
This just
fight for like
reminds me
Botman to the
of-
death. Like,
This has just reminded me of the team of the week I did when Newcastle just demolished Sheffield. Our previous team of the week combined 11 was pretty much just the way I had it. It's like, yeah, all Newcastle.
I don't know.
It still bugs me that Decore is not in this. You know.
I'm
enjoying
fine
this
with
team.
this.
I feel like I'm enjoying this team. Like, I might have like this team for me own. I would take this team.
This is bugging me that Decore is not
Yeah,
in here.
it hurts.
Like,
I don't even-
Kendall's
I
not
don't
liking
even
that at
genuinely-
all.
I can't even think of what even like. But I haven't even watched Decore this season at all. As I say, I think I've only watched one game of you guys. To be fair, this season.
He is single-handedly kept the game last season at 0-0. Single-handedly.
Was
Oh,
it
man.
Decore who someone was going to pay loads of money for?
Liverpool nearly paid
Liverpool.
75
Yeah.
for him. And bear in mind, he's only played one season.
I was like, that's absolutely mad. Like, that's mad, isn't it? Because everyone was
He's
just
worth it,
desperate
though.
for a DM.
But I think that we're both too stubborn here, so we are going to leave this team
As it is.
where it is.
Hey, bye.
It's not criminal offence. He's not going to jail.
Well, we're doing the vibes team now, and I think that's a pretty good team. What do you guys think?
It is. You know what? The only other change I would make is I'll stick Isaac on the left and put Eddie up top. But that's just my team.
Rich,
Damn,
what's your problem with Gordon?
You're on
like?
proper fraud watch for Gordon, isn't it?
I know, he's not on Gordon.
He will probably end up scoring us against us, which I hate.
He will now because you've
But
said you don't. You've
I
been
think
nasty to him.
he's so basic. Especially, you know what I think it is? It doesn't help you play for Everton. And
He got the Lampard.
To be fair,
tax,
I
didn't
used to
he?
call him Gail Platt. I proper hated him. Like I literally just despise the kid. But obviously, now he's just completely changed. I don't know whether it's just like the like environment and stuff that he's in is just totally different now. Like, it's not like toxic and stuff anymore. So he can actually be like not a little horrible rat that he was at Everton. But yeah, he's honestly the turnaround's crazy, like genuinely crazy.
Rich, do you think with how everyone perceived him, do you think that has a little bit of the Lampard tax on there as well? Because I think it
Because
is.
Lampard was just who was
Lampard-
even good under Lampard? Like,
That's terrible, but Gordon was a prime.
Lucky goal.
Right, I know you got to shoot off, Kendall. So just very quickly, thoughts on how Saturday's game's going to go, your score prediction as well.
yeah, so we haven't had that many players out on international break. Luckily, just because obviously like Joe Linton was injured prior, Wilson was injured prior. Isak came back from international duty with like he finished international duty. He didn't play any games with a potential injury, but I don't know whether that was just kind of a precautionary thing. So I don't know who's going to actually start on Saturday. I will be very interested to see that. As I say, I think everyone, it looks like, obviously we'll know more in the press conference tomorrow, but it looks like pretty much everybody should be back. The only one who I would expect not to play maybe is Bruno, because he's just been away with Brazil, so he will have just probably come back today. But if he's fit, he'll start, so I wouldn't be surprised at that. But Gordon's back now from suspension. So yeah, I think it'll be, as you said, normally our sides cancel each other out. It has been that way for a number of games now, and it's pretty much Crystal Palace Newcastle, one of those boring games of the season at this stage. It has been for a few years. So hopefully it's not on Saturday, but in my favour. I don't know, just at home this season, I think obviously the PSG game and stuff, we just spurred us on massively, the home crowd, and with everybody fit, hopefully we can do something. I think as long as we get like an early-ish goal, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll win. But again, it's just, I don't know how it's going to go, because XG wise, I don't really like XG normally, but we're like literally just behind Man City in terms of expected goals, but we're about 2 or 3 below based on how many we've actually scored. So yeah, it's just one of those things. We've just got to be clinical. Or Almiron as well. I'm not sure if Almiron will start, because he's been away with Paraguay, so I'm not sure he'll start either. So yeah, but if everybody's on form and we have a decent starting 11 out, then yeah, I would hope that we win most of our home games this season. That's what I would hope anyway. Just from my point of view in our form at home. So it'll be a bit of a weird atmosphere. Obviously, if Tonali starts, it's going to be a little bit weird, because I think some fans will be quite, they won't boo him or anything, but I just think there'll be like, there's like going to be a weird kind of barrier there, or whether we need to support him or kind of not. I don't know. Some people will have different opinions on that. I think we need to get behind him and support him, and I do hope he gets the help he needs if he has got an addiction. But yeah, it's going to be a strange one. But I think it'll be close. You guys are saying that you've got injuries and that, so that's made us a bit more like, oh, okay. I would, like, because I would have predicted 2-1. That's what I would have predicted. But yeah, I'll probably stick with 2-1. 2-1 will be my prediction. To Newcastle, obviously.
No, we definitely expected that. Kendall, thank you so much for obviously your time.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Apologies, it's my fault.
No, you are.
Giving you a time.
Don't worry.
But yeah, definitely in future, whether it's a match reaction or the return fixture, we'll definitely have you on again.
Yeah, shout me anytime. You know, you can shout me anytime and I'll hop on if I'm available.
Awesome. And just before you go, because I know you like kits, what do you make of our home kit?
It's different. You guys, you're doing a bit of a different
That's not a good start.
style last
Good
year.
different or bad different?
Do you know what though? Last year I really didn't. When I saw the home kit, obviously it looked like drawn. Like that's how I imagine. Like explain it looked like drawn. I hated it when I seen it as a picture, but when it was actually on, it was much better. This season, I don't know. It's just like reminds us of a half and half scarf.
First few times.
Well,
I'm never wearing this shirt ever again. That's it.
to
I'm
be
done.
fair, it's better than what Cecil said to us. They said it just reminded him of Ted Lasso. That's what he said.
Do you know what? When it's on, it looks better than I thought it would actually.
Okay, we'll take that.
Well, the kit you should ask about is the third kit.
Yeah, we'll get to that another time.
Thanks, guys. Anyway,
Absolute
have a
pleasure.
good weekend, but not too good.
We'll see.
I'm hoping for any points.
Any point.
Exactly.
Kendall,
See you later.
pleasure.
Thank
Take care.
you. Bye.
A half and half scarf, you know.
Speak.
That is crazy.
Damn.
Speak. And we could even sing with her. Because she was leaving anyway.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, this comes
Is
from a
that-
club who has Saudi colours. Okay.
I love how you say that when she's not here.
Yeah.
I love how you say that when
that's
she's not
poor.
here.
That's poor.
That's poor.
That is poor. Let's try and see what our starting 11 will be for Saturday's
I
game.
have to.
I love how you switched it as well. That was.
Oh, yeah, that was so poor that Rich ain't brick of the week anymore. That's you now, Nicky. You know that, right?
I'm praying for Darren England to just do a mare.
I
as a
don't care what
politician
Darren
this
England does. You're
weekend.
brick of the week again now. 3 weeks in a row.
Whoa. What do you mean 3 weeks in a row? What? Oh, Dan was brick of the week. Dan's brick of the week this week.
For what?
Nicky literally said,
Bro, his biological warfare.
Nicky literally said after like she went off, hold me back, hold me back.
Nicky, you're a waste, man. You know that, right? Your vibes. You got a point there, you know. Nicky, you're a fraud. I hope the Premier League review gets relegated.
You are a massive fraud. That is. As
You
soon
are
as she goes, oh, you're your Saudi kid.
I'll show your girlfriend. Don't test me. Back to Newcastle.
Yeah, let's see what our potential starting 11 will be.
No, vibes. Just
Nikeshi.
Nikeshi was 6'9".
I know that's the new name. Let me message Santi.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I'm gonna message Santi, boy. Santi needs to do a quick edit. That's it. Right, Jace, you got create formation there?
Yeah, I still got it here. Let's
Sweet.
go for it. So, let's get rid of all the people that are definitely not playing. Here we go. So
I honestly feel a lot better knowing that Lerma and Decore are back.
Yeah.
we're not certain on Ward, so I would imagine that Klein would be playing as our right back for us.
Yeah.
Lerma
obviously-
is still a maybe, but I'll put him in anyway because we need him.
But at least if Decore Hughes will still be decent anyway, worst case scenario.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
this
not
is
Hughes
where
and
it starts
Jaro.
to get tricky now. So in Tapped Eagle, I put this down. So in Tapped Eagle, this is what I predicted our starting 11 to be.
You know what? I wouldn't mind Schlupp playing on the left-hand side because Lerma's back now. Because Lerma can then cover, you know, as he does, he tracks the right back.
If Mitchell goes, he'll slot in.
Yeah, and Trippier's going to bomb on, so I'm sure Lerma's going to support that. So then it leaves Schlupp to just have a free roll. So I won't be too mad. If Lerma doesn't play, I don't really want to be seeing Schlupp on the left-hand side. I don't really want to be seeing Schlupp, period.
Yeah, you don't want to be seeing Schlupp. Dan said basically the same thing, but put Ayu on the left and Jez on the right. However, we both agreed also that
Dan
having Ratsaki and Klein defending the right-hand side is just suicide when going
You're
up
asking,
against
yeah.
Gordon and Dan Burn.
Yeah. That will be a big test for Jez, to be honest.
I think it's a step too far. Bear in mind he struggled against Amrabat, who isn't even a proper fullback, and then go up against Dan Burn, who's unironically probably one of the most informed left backs in the league right now.
Yeah.
It's a big jump. And if he can't get through Amrabat, who's not very good at fullback, let's say, And there's no way he's going to get any love out of Dan Burn.
My question is, would you expect JP to play the full 90, or sub him out, move Edouard up, and you sub in França?
França will get 20 to 30 minutes, in my opinion.
He'll get 10.
So would you then sub
He'll
out
get 10
Mateta
minutes.
and then move Edouard up to the 9, and move
Yeah,
França in at the 10?
I think France, if he comes on, he'll play on the 10. They wouldn't dare have him play out wide just yet, because he will have to do a bit too much defensive work, in my opinion.
I think it all depends on the scoreline at what time he comes on. There's a lot of permutations to it.
In my opinion, I think France's max is getting 10 minutes. If he even comes on the pitch, if he's even on the bench.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I'd rather not play him. I'd rather not even bring him up to Newcastle. Just give him an extra week.
I reckon he'll travel with the team, but he'll be an unused sub, because I think it will be, not only would it be a confidence booster for him, but it will also be a confidence booster for maybe the squad and for maybe the fans as well to see him.
I think that what could happen is that he'll come on for the last 5-10 minutes, and then in the next presser, Roy would say something like, "France is fully fit." That will sell out them Burnley tickets instantly. I think we're nearly sold out, but I think if you give people the promise that France is going to be fit for the Burnley game, which is after the Tottenham game, and you're going to sell out so many more tickets.
Yeah, I think he starts against Tottenham.
No, he won't.
It does sound crazy, but I just think to get the crowd mad pumped, I think we might just throw that curveball. Like, you may be right, he may not play many minutes against Newcastle.
This is the interesting thing. The Spurs game, if we just jump, I know we're jumping ahead here. Spurs is probably the best chance that we've got at points, because we've got from Saturday to the Friday. Spurs have only got Monday to Friday. Their turnover is crazy. So they've got to have a good. Ange Postecoglou's got to have a good squad, because I reckon that's an opportunity for us to get some points on the board before yet
I'm not
another
gonna lie to
international
you,
break.
Nicky. I wouldn't look at the people who are top of the league right now and think we're gonna get points against them. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I feel like that is outrageous.
Next 2 games is damaging.
Bear in mind the fact that Newcastle, after how amazing they are only 1 point ahead of us as it stands right now, and Burnley are where Burnley are. I would say these 2 games are I'm much more confident that we might get points in these 2 games than in the Spurs game, because historically we are dreadful against Spurs. So everything's going against us for that game.
Good point. Yeah.
It won't be easy.
But this Newcastle game is nothing to say.
For us is...
Yeah, this Newcastle game is going to be extremely difficult for us. Granted, they do miss a lot of chances. I think Kendall touched on it a little bit, that they've got a high XG but not a very good conversion rate. It's very true. We spoke about it in Tactical yesterday. They like to shoot. It don't really matter where they shoot from, but they like to shoot. And specifically Isaac, he's one of them guys where he'll get 10 chances and then score 1 goal. It's just the fact that everyone around Isaac is so good that he gets 10 chances a game. That's why he's scoring the goals he is. So if we can nullify the service to Isaac, you know, he's done it before against us. Through 1-on-1, messed up a 1v1 against a keeper. Done it against West Ham, messed up a 1v1 against a keeper. So he's not a clinical striker. He's just got so many chances to score. That's why he's scoring the goals he is. I'm not saying he's not a good striker, though. Don't get me wrong with that.
No, this is it. I guess we're most likely going to be trying to play on the break. You know,
yeah, we're playing on the break with no base.
Yeah, I think it will be similar to the United game, United away. Sorry.
Oh,
I think it'll be similar to that sort of. Hopefully, we can nick a similar result.
Let's hope Anderson scores another screamer.
Anderson again.
But yeah, it's. I can see where Nicky's coming from with Spurs. I think this out of the two games, I know Tottenham are top, but I think it's just the nature way of how Spurs play that's more suited to us. Where Newcastle plays an absolute nightmare.
The thing is Newcastle is they're a very physical team. Like, for example, you look at one of the goals that Isaac scored. He literally just shoved Aguerd in the back. I'm surprised the goal stood, but he shoved him in the back. Like there's like cynical fouls, smart fouls, and just playing like the dark arts of the game. Let's say, like they're masters of it, and it's going to be a very frustrating game for us if we're ever on top. Which I think we'll have a spell, but it won't be for very long. That when we are on top, they'll frustrate us, they'll foul us, and they'll get the ball back one way or another.
No, I agree. Right. I don't know if there's much more to say. Let's recap the predictions league. So obviously, this was the last set of fixtures before the international break. We all had a really bad Sunday.
Yeah, we did.
Damn.
It was going so well. It was going so well, which now means that there's a new leader. I'm top of the league regarding the England football lot.
I don't know why you're clapping, Nicky, because you're fuming about it.
No, I'm congratulating him. I'm congratulating him.
But listen, it's only because of correct scores. That's the only reason.
Can I just say that if Dan didn't mess up, he'd be
clear
of 3 points ahead?
But you know what? When you're ahead, you're not trying to. The mentality of it might be a bit different. You understand?
All I'm going to say is I've never been ahead, so I don't know what you're talking about.
But Nate at the moment is bottom. So big up to RHEA, by the way.
100%.
RHEA's killing it in predictions and on FPL.
And FPL, yeah, 100%. Nicky, turn away now.
Dexterino is doing
I know he's up top. Good for him.
Dexter is top. If he wins this year, you're finished.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I just want to highlight this.
If he finishes first year, I'm not calling for a rap battle. I'm calling for a boxing match. That's what I'm calling for.
all I'm gonna say here, right, is I want to highlight the sentence that Rich just said. Dexter on top. Yeah, that's something he'll never ever hear.
Sorry.
Someone's hurt.
Proper. And as it states, if anyone hears from Coltrane, like, he's bottom. He ain't putting predictions for the last 2 weeks.
It's not looking good.
It's not. If there's a pattern for it, we have to find him because hopefully he's not trying to dodge it. You understand?
Tidy is not very far ahead of him, so...
Nah, this is it. And at the moment, joint bottom are both Ed and Wolverine. So one of these will do a fault for the end of the season if it stays like that.
Did you not get predictions from Kendall?
I'll get her to send it through to me.
Because that league table is looking better bones.
It's what 8th game of the season? 9th game of the season? And we've had some guests.
We can't find Fulham fans. That's one thing you need to remember. They don't exist. Or Brentford. They don't exist.
So yeah, that's where we stand at the moment with that. So it'd be interesting to see. I don't know. Is there anything else to cover, or are we done?
No, just Roy Presser tomorrow. Vlog out either the same day as a game or the day after. Other than that, I've just hoped to hear from Roy's presser, man. I want to see who is actually fit. Because if we're sitting here saying, Takora and Lerma are back, we got a solid defense again. And then he says, oh, yeah, they're both like another few weeks out. And I'm thinking... I'm not mad about Hughes, but who's playing next to him? That's my concern.
Yeah, that's the question, 100%.
Because even Gyro's injured, so it'll be Ozo or something like that. And Ozo against the Newcastle would be
That'll be mad.
another game. But
Any
other
other
than that,
any other
score
comments?
predictions we need to talk about. We ain't done our score predictions.
We haven't. Any other comments as well, by the way?
Humble
Yes.
Motivate said, "Hey guys, it's here. YouTube closed down one of my other channels and I've appealed it. Hope you get
Oh,
that
man.
back, mate. Almost ready for the return of the Prem. Enjoyed the break away from football. Away from club football. It's Earth.
It's
Earth's
Earth,
gone.
Yeah, it's Earth
Oh,
Extremities. Yeah.
snap.
Damn.
What's the reason for it?
Damn.
What's the forfeit for the Premier League predictions this time? Don't know yet.
We haven't decided yet. Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see who loses.
Two of us have done the hot chip challenge.
Yeah. The thing is with the chip, we're starting to hear a few medical.
I physically couldn't do the chip.
So yeah, I think we're taking a step away. But we've got to find something.
We'll find something to do.
Worth doing though. Yeah. So chuck in suggestions as well, guys. Let us know.
Or maybe like a red arse at goals or something like that.
Just a Russian.
You just got to stand in the goal. You can't move.
just take a proper stomping out.
The thing is, though, if Nicky's taking a shot, you're safe.
True.
But yeah, no, definitely give us suggestions for forfeits and stuff. And
Comeback is
also,
on. Big up everyone. Big up Manj. Can't do the chip after what happened to that kid.
Yeah.
Mr. T haircut. That's crazy.
Snap.
I think that's purely just a rich thing.
Yeah.
The chairman.
After Monday, you'll
big up
realize
throwback.
You'll realize why I can't do anything crazy.
Oh, it's Monday, isn't it? Yeah.
What's happening Monday? Richard signed for Crystal Palace. That's what's happening on a Monday.
I was waiting for JC to say it. There we go.
Yeah. There you go. You know.
My score prediction for this game, I'm going to stick with what I said with Dan on Tax Eagle yesterday. I'm going 2-0 to Newcastle.
If we have Lerman Decore, I'm saying 2-1 Newcastle. If we don't, I'm saying 3-1 Newcastle.
I'm going 2-0 to Newcastle. Yeah. With or without Lerman Decore, it's
Pete.
It ain't great. It ain't great.
But anyways, guys, thank you for joining us for the Newcastle match preview. Big up to Kendall for joining us.
Yep. Just before we go, guys, we're very close to £200 with the Make-A-Wish
Yes.
charity donation. The target is £500 by December 31st. So we're nearly on the £200 mark. So anything that you lot can donate to, I mean, I don't know if we've got the link there to put in the chat, but like it'll be amazing if you can. So we're nearly on £200, guys. So yeah, please keep donating.
Well, other than that, as always, up the Palace.
Up the Palace.
Eagles! Eagles!